I'm recording.
This is everyday life.
She's a 16-year-old girl, yeah? What can I say? Yeah, things come with being a 16-year-old girl, and this is a really challenging time in her life.
I've been diving since 2002, since I was 8, so 8 years. I used to be a gymnast at Don Valley, and my coach back then, Adam Southern, asked me if I wanted to try out diving. So I tried it out, thought it was alright, did a few sessions, and then I've loved it ever since.
Megan, I've been coaching for 2 years, alongside Adam Southern, who works here at Ponds Forge as well. I've been leading on Megan for the past year. I do believe Megan has what it takes. She's extremely talented, extremely talented. Her strengths, she is flexible, she's got the potential of being strong.
I train Monday to Friday 4 till 6, apart from Wednesday when I go to college. And on a Saturday I train 9:30 till 12:30. Daily life's not really affected by it. I still socialise at night with friends and I have time to do things with family. With college, it's supposed to be a full-time course where I go Monday to Friday, but my college, Don Valley, is really good with everything that I'm doing, and they let me go 1 day a week and then I do it over the internet. Competitions never really affected my education so far because I've only just finished my GCSEs. Over the next 2 years, I've got a lot of assignments and a few exams to do, so I'll have to see, but so far the college has been lenient and helpful with all the work and things that I've done, but I always meet deadlines. We start training at 8:30 in the dry land, where we do trampolining, dry boards, somersaults, rigging, and then we go down to the pool at about 10:30 till 11:30, do whatever's set, and then we have a break from 11:30 till about 2:33, and again do whatever's set. Then after that we either go to the EIS for weights training or stay here and just do core.
Let's have a little somersault each direction.
As we parade on before, then I don't really think about anything, so I don't really have any nerves or anything. But then once as you start to walk up the platform or walk onto the end, you just get adrenaline and nerves and everything, but it's just like a buzz and it feels good. It's not horrible. It's not a horrible feeling. I think that's why I enjoy competing a lot more than training.
Getting her through this next couple of years of her life is going to be key, and then we'll see if she actually reaches her potential. Megan's good when it comes to pressure. Yeah, you stick pressure on Megan and she rises. So I think getting through the training part of it is a challenge for Megan. Put her in a competition environment, fantastic. Yeah, it's the day in, day out training that we need to get Megan to complete. At the end of the day, when you're standing up on the board, you're in a final of a major competition, there is pressure. You can't get away from that. Everyone's vying for that #1 place. So we try and give them as much pressure as we can in a training environment to help them deal with that. Otherwise, when they get to the highest level, then they're going to crumble. So yeah, it is important. They need to be able to deal with pressure at the highest level.
I'm currently training for the Nationals in January. From there we'll be able to, this is me and my synchro partner Monique, we'll be able to qualify for the Grand Prix and World Championships in July. And from there we'll be able to qualify for the World Championships in June next year, which will qualify us for 2012.
1, 2, 3, 4.
When the athletes, they hit the water about 30 miles an hour from a 10 metre, this obviously puts strains on different parts of the body. So the obvious wrist and shoulders are the places that are going to get injured. There are also knees and backs that tend to be injured as well. We do a lot of preventative work alongside the physiotherapists to ensure that we are preparing them for the loads that we're going to be giving them in the pool to hopefully combat some of these injury areas.
There have been quite a number of high-profile injuries in diving. For British diving more recently, obviously Tom Daly's had a series of injuries over the last year that's curtailed his competition. One of those was a back injury. One was actually an injury to the triceps muscle in his upper arm. He had a tear in that as a result of diving. Possibly the most famous was Greg Louganis, the American Olympic champion, who in the Seoul Olympics in 1988 was doing a reverse dive where you face away from the board and then rotate backwards. And he caught his head on the springboard as he came past it. It was during the preliminary round, and he actually made it through and then subsequently went on to win the gold medal. But he required stitches in his head before he came back for the final. If you work on the muscles, say the delta muscles for example, again strengthening and flexibility in those regions, that will help to prevent the wear and tear over the course of repeated dives. But if we come back to the more likely injuries then, from the entry to the water, it's going to be a combination of good technique. There's a certain technique with the hands called flat hands that they often use to punch a hole in the water when they dive in. And that involves having the hands together, and the wrists are in quite a hyperextended position, so that makes them quite vulnerable to injury.
Are we doing any synchro swimmers today?
Yeah, you can do. The success they get comes from the hours and hours and hours of work they put in the pool, and we go through that together. So when they succeed at the highest level, there's no feeling like it. It's an amazing feeling. All that hard work, all that dedication, all that commitment, it's just worth it.
When I represent my country, it's a great honour. I've been to the Australian Youth Olympics and the Singapore Youth Olympics, so I've met some people quite high up in the ranks in the British Parliament and things. So it's quite an honour to meet them sort of people that understand what you're doing and are really supportive, so it's really great.